What is up, guys? It is Rip City Rundown, and the Blazers have finally made their first signing of this offseason, and it is Gary Payton II from the Golden State Warriors. He is signing a 3-year, $28 million deal, which will end up being around $9.5 million a year, which I believe will probably fall in to the mid-level exception that the Blazers have. It is not confirmed yet. But the Blazers signed Gary Payton II, who brings defense and athleticism, something that Joe Cronin has obviously valued over his period as the GM. He's brought in guys like Josh Hart. He's brought in guys, obviously, like Gary Payton II. He's brought in guys like Jeremy Grant that are going to bring defense and bring a lot of athleticism offensively. Gary Payton led the league in steals for 36 minutes last year, so he brings it defensively, and we saw him play a ton of valuable minutes this finals run for the Golden State Warriors. So I think this is a very good pickup for the Blazers. He brings exactly what you need off the bench. The issue is he is another guard. He's a 6'3 guard that the Blazers are kind of just stockpiling on. We don't want to get in this trend where the Blazers just have a bunch of guards and then have to play undersized at the 3 position, which is probably what's going to happen now, because you obviously have Damon Ant starting at the 1 and 2. Off the bench, you're going to have Josh Hart. Probably Shaedon Sharpe will be playing some minutes, and then now you have Gary Payton II, which will probably push either Hart or Shaedon Sharpe to the 3, which is not really where you want them the most. Shaedon Sharpe might not be playing a lot of minutes his rookie year, and this could be a signal that they are kind of going to take him super slow because they just want more time for him to develop, and bringing in Gary Payton II just brings more depth off the bench at the guard position. Gary Payton II actually was on the Blazers when he was early in his career, but the Blazers waived him, so it is kind of funny how it's full circle that Gary Payton II is coming back to the Blazers. It says the Warriors were unwilling to meet that high of a price tag for Gary Payton II, and they decided that they were just going to let him walk. And he did that, and he is going to get his money from the Blazers, who offered him his highest contract, or the biggest contract of any team out there. 3 years, $28 million. That is a hefty price if you look at it for a guy like Gary Payton II, but he brings a big need, which again is always defense. You can never have too much defense, and I think he'll probably slot in at the backup point guard role. He didn't play a lot of point guard last year, but he has played point guard in the past with the Wizards and even in his time at Oregon State, so he's fine handling the ball, and he's just one of those guys that can play down the stretch. He can be in your closing lineup if you need a defensive ace, which is what he was like with the Warriors. So I like the pickup for Joe Cronin. I like that he's continuing to value defense and athleticism, because that's obviously the NBA is trending to a league full of athletes. So I'm a fan of the signing. I hope we are not done. I hope we still bring in either a big or a big-time wing. Not even big-time wing, just a solid wing that could be in the rotation. But my prediction prior to free agency was obviously we were going to re-sign Ant and we were going to re-sign Nurk. And I said we were going to bring in 2 key rotation pieces that are going to be a part of the rotation full-time next season. And I think Gary Payton II is definitely going to be a part of the rotation and play some big minutes next year, so that checks one off the box. So I'm glad we made a move day one. Next is, like I said, to sign that big, re-sign Nurk, and get ourselves a wing. I'll be interested to see how this affects our cap space and salary room and just everything that has to do with that. But all in all, I think it's a good signing, and the Blazers should be happy that they are bringing Gary Payton II on board. Comment down below what you think about the signing. Make sure to go follow our Instagram, where we are dropping these news reports, breaking news, signings all day on the Instagram. The link for that will be in the description. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.